Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have another new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on Noah Lyles, and what a crazy weekend that we've had from a track and field perspective, where we had, Trayvon Bromell running the 10:04 in the 100, and now Noah Lyles running the 18.90 in the 200. Of course, they went back and found out that he only ran 185 meters for it, but still a really, really good time either way, and we'll go ahead and get right into the breakdown now. So just want to say as we get into the breakdown here, if you like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. It really helps us out a lot. And we'll go into the Noah Lyles breakdown here. And, he ended up racing against, other people as well. And, what really stood out in his start, he really had a great start, is just his ability to really utilize his hips here as the primary driver in the actual movement. So we can see, like Martina really kind of raised up a good amount. He's a little bit late in the start, but, he really raised up and, when in that initial movement, he really, Noah Lyles really kept a great back position as well as he was starting. You can see a little bit more roundedness here, and then you can just see that the first movement, it's a little bit later in the reaction time, and then also first movement was more of a lift off with the head, and then the hips came through here. So, just getting a good understanding of, from the start, how you could make some definite improvements, and just see the difference between somebody that's able to do it really well, and guys that may be struggling a little bit more, because you can just see how great of a position Noah Lyles is in as he's getting to that extension in comparison to that, or he's just a little bit late, but he's also a little bit more upwards there with that initial movement. All right, and then also great job staying on his toes. Excellent job maintaining that drive phase there. You can see he's really pushing back. He's giving a lot of push up, but he's also maintaining a lot of great turnover. He did a great job accelerating out of the blocks. It'd be really interesting to see exactly what his 200 meter time would have been. I do think that a lot of times within like the 10 to 15 meter range, they end up running about 0.75. So he was probably closer to like a 19.9 would be my guess, just because add like another second or so to the whole thing. I mean, it's hard to say, just because you don't really know exactly what his speed is, so you don't know exactly what the time should be. But I would say mid to high 19s would be my guesstimate for what he should have got on the actual run. As we're going through the curve here, we can really see that Noah Lyles does a great job maintaining a solid angle through his body's really landing a lot more on the outside part of the feet here. We can also see as he's driving his knee inwards, right? He kind of drives that knee in, then pushes a little bit more outwards as he's rounding the actual curve. Left foot comes around, lands a little bit more right underneath him, so you can see the position of the foot is pretty much even with the head. I mean, if we're being consistent with the angle of the body, he's even right there with the head. And then right side a little bit more outside of the head position. That's somewhat normal, just because you're obviously turning there to the left, so you want to be able to just understand that left foot's going to end up being a little bit more directly underneath you, and the right foot's going to be a little bit more outside, and you're going to be a little bit more on like the outside part of the inside leg, and then the outside part of the outside leg as you're turning there. And now we get into what Noah Lyles does so good, which is going to just be that top end speed. Excellent arm position, excellent ability to maintain that upright posture as he's going through. Lands with such a straight leg position. It's just really amazing, especially with that right side, how well he's able to just land and then push right back off. We can see what his time is here. 8:30. So he's at about a 0.1 foot contact time, which is excellent on at least the right side. Let's see what he is on the left side, in the 200 especially. 947. Yeah, same type of thing. Left side, he's also at about a 0.1 contact time, so he's just doing a great job of being able to maintain a very, very quick time spent on the ground on each one of his steps. Now we could also see the contact as well, or sorry, the transition time. We'll go 0.04 here on the left leg, coming all the way back around. And about to a 4. So he's at about a 4.4 transition time, which is pretty good. We did a breakdown on Matthew Boley when he did the 400 meter, and he was at about a 0.4 as well. So it's pretty standard to have about a 0.4 transition time, or time spent off of the ground. when sprinting. You can see how long his strides are and how much overall distance he's taking up per stride. And that's what's amazing about, Noah Lyles, for, how quick he's able to get off the ground. He's also still able to maintain such a long stride and create so much force very, very quickly. And a lot of that has to do, to me, in his ability to really land with that leg really straight, and also just the overall power that he has in the lower body. You can see how much extension, range of motion he gets through the back. And that's what I love about watching, Noah Lyles in his top end sprinting, is he just has so much range of motion through the lower back, through the hips, through the ankles, through the knees. Everything is just able to open up so well, but he's still able to right away drive those legs through and still keep those feet high enough to land with his foot right back underneath his foot, his foot right underneath his head. And so he just has one of those really unique leg cycles where he's able to generate so much force back behind him, but still land with that foot underneath him, which is something definitely to look at and try to replicate. It's going to be hard for a lot of you guys to be able to replicate, just because and the way that he does it is just how fast he's able to swing that knee through, right? So once he gets going, he swings that knee through so fast that now he's able to really get that foot to be able to still straighten out and land back underneath him. And that's what's amazing about his overall running form. So, again, he ran that 18.90 on the kind of original time. They found out that he started with his blocks 15 meters ahead of where he should have started, which made him obviously win this race by a lot. He's running off to the side, and these other guys are still trying to catch up to him. So would have been interesting to see what his actual time would have been. It would have, really probably been a great 200-meter sprint, just because, that's really Noah Lyles' thing, and I don't know if there's anybody doing it better right now than him with the 200-meter. So, wanted to go ahead and break that down. Want you guys to see a little bit more about the, in case you didn't know that, the 18, it says 18.91 here, but it ended up going down to 18.90. And of course, if you didn't hear about the news that he only ran 185 meters, then, just wanted to inform you a little bit more about that. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching these videos. Like I said before, if you like the content, go and like and subscribe. We do a lot of these breakdowns for you so you can get a better understanding of what it takes to be a top sprinter, and, what are the mechanics behind being a top sprinter. We have a lot of different options down below for different types of free content that you would be, we'd be happy to offer for you guys, and happy for you guys to be able to utilize the speed program, ebook, different types of presentations, things like that. Just go ahead and check out the description below. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out. We also have some, if you have any questions about the speed program, then you can check out the Zoom link down below, and you can set up a call to go over that. All right. As always, thanks for watching videos, and we'll talk soon.